30 and 40. It's just insane. What about Black Ops?
I got Cold War.
Yeah, that's what I meant Cold War.
Loading
I wish they would have done with Cold War what they did with Black Ops 3. Um, you could get the Zombies Chronicle and get all the maps with it.
in. Yeah.
Or I guess Vanguard, because they did it with, because that one's PS5. Maybe some updated graphics. So have you played that game you were telling me about?
No, I keep seeing stuff about it though. And I heard a commercial. It sounded so
The stuff I was reading, it said it was like the first real new open world, like
cool. Open
fresh,
universe.
yeah, open. I'm sorry, open universe game. And it's like, well, that sounds awesome.
Right. Like you can. There's so many roles you can pick from. You have your ship. You get to hand pick a crew. Like we could be on this. We could have a ship. You know.
I know.
Cruising around.
Well, I did get that one game you told me to get. I accidentally got it by accident when I went to buy something else. It was already in the cart. And I didn't know.
What?
That dragon game you were telling me to get. I never even played it. I never even opened it. It pissed me off so
Oh,
much.
Century of Ages.
No. Damn it. Let me see. Elden Ring.
Oh shit. Wait till you try play that. I haven't got past the first 30 seconds of the first level. It is fucking hard. It's cool though. It is very cool. The different rules you can pick from. And it's just honestly, I tried it with two different characters. I got farther the second time, and I didn't pick some stupid fucking one like the first time I did. And I actually had magic, but do a little research. The game's worth it to get into. It is cool.
I only got it to play with you. That's I have no interest in playing it. How do you invite somebody in this shit? I cannot remember.
Oh,
Oh, here we go. Triangle.
But yeah, it's what it really makes me think of is they made a game and ripped off a bunch of Lord of the Rings stuff and called it a bunch of other shit so they could finally make a cool Lord of the Rings game.
Did you play Gollum?
Oh my god, I can't believe I fucking spent money on that shit.
I know the podcast I listen to, the nerd shit. They're saying that's like one of the worst games they've ever played.
It is. It is so bad.
Yeah, apparently, the company that made the game actually sold the company already. I believe somebody already bought them out.
Like they finally make a Lord of the Rings game. They get the rights to do it, and they do that. Like,
Yeah, well from the beginning it never sounded that cool because I mean Gollum was literally just like a sneaky little snake.
well, he's in it from almost beginning to end. He has,
It's about him. You literally are him, aren't you? Sneaking around,
yeah.
doing Gollum things.
You start off right when they capture you, when Sauron's looking for the ring, and you tell
I see.
him that Bilbo has it. But I don't know if they're. No, wait. You're sitting in an elvish dungeon telling Gandalf. Gandalf looks cool.
Requiem
as shit.
Actual, we've reached the target
Okay, so you escaped from
This
the
is when-
woodland elves.
This is where it
when
started, strike
Gandalf
team.
Leaves,
Let's get some answers.
Hey,
leaves Bag End to find out about Bilbo's ring.
yeah. And that's he takes Gollum and he entrusts him to Legolas to watch over him in the woodland realms.
So yeah.
Nazi bastards.
That's where
Of
it
course
picks
they're
up.
responsible for this mess. Team, We need to find the facility
That
entrance and
makes sense,
figure
though.
out just what happened
You know what
here.
I mean? That's like right after he got out of the hands of bad people. Hey, cover me. I gotta pee real quick. Can you do that? Are you gonna let me die? Don't you let me go down.
About time you dropped.
He climbed out the screen.
Target removed.
I'm not back, so safe. Come on. Okay. Come here, dick. Yeah, that's what Chelsea found a Facebook post earlier about a shop. What shop did you work at when you lived with Mom?
Post-mortem hostile down.
What?
What shop did you work at when you lived with Mom?
Aria. It was called IEC.
Years ago.
then.
What was it?
It was called IEC, but when I started working there, they changed over. They were bought out called Aria.
Okay, it didn't start with the D.
And then it starts with an A. Aria. A-U-R-I-A.
I thought it was AIA or whatever.
No, and then when I was in Rain City living there, I worked at SMR.
SMR.
Building side for Tesla.
Hostile frag.
Tesla. Their Wi-Fi.
Confirmed.
Satellite shit is in the mirrors. Air
Oh wait, let me stab this guy.
That was a crazy job.
Okay.
That was literally just working on an assembly line. Part come down, pull a tool down off the airline, drill it in, put wire through, keep it, send out the next one. Do that for 14 hours. Or 13, yeah, 14 hours.
That's doing that one shit fucking in Brown City. Doing the making seatbelts. You literally just had to stick a piece of metal in this thing and then push it into a machine that, you know, injected the metal or plastic around it. And that was it. 10, 12 hours a day. It was like the one Vintech doing the window seals.
Yeah.
It's pretty much that, but a solo operation. But you had it had to be, it was like the fastest person had to be on it because, you know, you had to hit that quota.
I bet that at Ventec they have probably one person doing that job now.
Yeah.
And they are just cruel to that motherfucker. If they still have that job. Because I know as contracts progress, the officials...
Are they even in business?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know because they treated people so shittily that during the pandemic, I mean, who the fuck would stick with a company like that? Oh, sure, because they were, yeah, I guess it's a essential need. Yeah, you can't see out the windows, you can't drive, you can't see out the windows.
Neutralized flesh eater. That's a kill.
Here the UAW is probably gonna strike.
What is that? Some sort of
The
birth control?
the union, the United Auto Workers. For GM.
Oh, that'll be annoying.
Yeah, the guy at he got a thing that said if they go on strike Wednesday, then
Frag that bag of guts.
Now's the time to do it anyways for the companies because they're doing their crossover for the next generation vehicle, like the Mustang. They do it every 5 to 6 years. They do the complete overhaul. You know, they just redo the interior, everything. Because that's what we haven't made any parts for Ford in the past year. We're not going to make any more till next year. Because there is part of the crossover.
About time you dropped.
And there's no money. Like, there's no money in the budget. Like, nobody's spending money on shit because the economy's so bad.
yeah.
Nobody wants to spend money on anything. After this next 2 years will be interesting. It's really going to make or break a lot of things. Look at how much a cheeseburger costs at McDonald's. It's outrageous.
Infected target from.
As me and Chelsea were talking about, you know how we haven't been without being in any conflict for 20 years since America has been in creation. Well, 9/11 was 2021, or 2011, or 2001, I'm sorry, and it is now 2023, and that's, 22 to, we're there. We're on the peak. Yeah, well, it's inevitable. I mean, it's just a way of life. You piss off enough people that they're gonna quit. And America loves pissing off everybody. I'm sorry, the world hasn't risen up against us. That's where new weaponry is being used. Like her brother thinks that they're using lasers. Like these wildfires and stuff are actually them just using lasers from space.
Neutralized flesh eater.
Which I haven't seen it. I mean I haven't seen anything about that, but I mean it could be.
Decoy going out.
I would not pass it off, because if that would like you said, that would stop it from breaking the rules of war. It's shady as fuck. I was waiting for you, man. The best place to chill out and earn some money though. Oh my god, drugs.
Threat clear. Undead enemy KIA.
Raptor 1 is nearby, strike team. Exfil window is short,
Yeah,
so
Joe.
take it now if you're ready.
Go down, so.
Facility this old wouldn't have automated doors. Stay frosty.
Looks like Omega Group was correct. They came here and decided to pick up where the Nazis left off.
Seems
you get
Omega
Willow
Group has
again.
adopted a certain devil-may-care attitude. I saw the
When you
tape.
get Willow
The
again.
Soviets sealed this place up in the 40s. Why unseal it?
Really?
We should turn the power on.
Power restored. Beginning seconds on reactivation. Warning. Energy stabilization required. Energy stabilization
I think it's fair to say that's what Omega Group was investigating.
Son of a bitch. He looks just like the other. Must have breached during the war. They were desperate at the end.
Hey guys, this area, man. Getting totally fucked.
Just trying to run around. The anomaly was informing me.
I'll be sure to pay it forward.
Thank God. I had no fucking ammo. E. Where are you getting that stuff? Are you gonna get the thing?
I completely forgot where it's at. Oh yeah, points.
Leave from my area.
You get it?
I got it. Well, I'm gonna get it. Oh, Mr. Got the part. Going to the machine.
I got signal
Oh,
lock
what the fuck,
on.
boy? What the
We're back
fuck?
in business. What happened? Satellite malfunction?
Oh, there's a
fuck
bunch
me.
of people down
They
there.
went through the portal. We should run some diagnostics when they get back to HQ.
Why'd I even try?
Damn, took a hit.
What'd you try?
to go upgrade my gun. My bullets aren't doing shit to these little fuckers.
Yeah, I had to run away because same situation. I'm coming. I'm gonna work my way around. Just don't move. Where are you?
I am at the bottom of these steps. About to die.
Damn it! I was so close. And mosquitoes biting me in the fucking forehead. Fuck,
What the hell was that about, man?
I thought I would just clear them.
That's a rarity. Yeah, sometimes, you know, you just gotta aim for the head. Pa, pa, pa.
Whatever.
You want to give a DMZ a crack?
Sure.
It's quite different.
I'm down.
It the way they put the contracts is like the layout is different,
Very alluring.
and how you do it. I can't remember if I liked it or not.
But it was good.
But it was good.
Oh, I finished King of Queens.
Really?
Yeah, me and Chelsea watched it over the past 2 months. It was good. I didn't like it ending, but I didn't like the way it ended. I mean, it ended like they could pick it up at any time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would just be with him. Have you seen the last episode?
No.
Oh. You wanna know?
I haven't.
Well, it ends with them separating because she wants a kid. So she goes and adopts a kid. And then Doug accepts and takes the kid. And then she realizes she's pregnant. So it jumps. And oh yeah, and just like the episode before, Arthur marries fucking Patton Oswalt's mom. The one that tries to fuck him all the time. And but those two end up married. And then the episode ends with those two at home with their real baby, adopted baby, and then Arthur walks through the door and's like, marriage didn't work out, throws his hands up and walks to the basement, and that's how it ends. So they let.
They're separated?
No, they're together.
Let's see.
But they did separate first. They only separated for an episode. I know, so I told Chelsea, I was like, alright, apparently they because you told me, you said they separate and then they end up together, they're with kids. I told her that, and then we were waiting for it the whole time, and then it happens like the fucking last 2 episodes. Well, last 3 episodes, but it was good. I like Lou Ferrigno's what's it called? And I like that Ray Romano shows up.
He shows up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Every time he
I've
shows
seen
up,
him
he
2 or 3
fucking,
times.
you know, he's like,
But the last time he shows up is the only reason he decides to hang out is because Carrie's out of town and his wife's out of town because the wives hate each other.
yeah.
I don't know why. I can't remember why. But that's a good show.
Bryan
I think it's better
Cranston's
than
in it,
Ray.
too.
Yeah, he's their neighbor.
Yeah.
A
I
fucking
love it with the
weirdo.
pool.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. Just floating on top of it.
Yeah, basically just look right over it. I like at the end though, Carrie fucking ends up dipping her feet in just in the water and all of her clothes. That was good. Then I downloaded, after we finished that, I downloaded Everybody Loves Raymond. Not as good.
No, his wife's a bitch.
Wife's a bitch, and it's just like it's more of a definitely a family show because he's got. I forgot he's got 3 fucking kids in it.
Yeah. I think it's twins, one of them, right?
2 or 3 kids, but yeah, I don't remember him having that many kids. So that's I can relate a lot more with Doug in them because it's a single family, you know. Well, you know what I mean. They don't have kids.
Are you,
They're what?
are you looking at these missions?
No, but those 2 remind me of Aunt Barb and Uncle Kevin a lot.
Raven.
Doug and Carrie,
Oh.
like really bad.
Yeah.
If Barb wasn't such a drunk and over the top, like this is them like in their heyday.
It is weird how long they go without having a kid. But they are in like New York and shit.
Yeah.
It's a different culture. For sure. I don't know how it would be like not being able to just be like, take your fucking dog outside, you know? You can't
Yeah.
let them. That's, yeah. So, I don't know. Doug. Little Jake just seen him, Kevin James. Little bastard.
Doing what?
Golf.
Stand up?
He did some golf thing. And it was.
Are you sure it was him, just not some fat guy?
it was
Because that
Mark-
guy's got a
it was-
very.
It was Mark Wahlberg with his brother Donnie Wahlberg and Kevin James. They were golfing at this thing. They weren't part of the event. They were just there.
Where was he? In Michigan?
Little Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck him. There's no way Mark Wahlberg and his brother and those 2 are all golfing in Michigan.
Michigan has some very lovely courses.
Fuck him. And if Tanya messages me one more time about Little Jake's goddamn streaming shit, I'm gonna go over there and shove my whole entire foot right up her ass, walk her down to the water, and drown her with my foot.
I know.
I don't care.
It's sports, you know.
Yeah.
Did you see
What
the
has
Lions
ever? Yes, I did. They beat the Chiefs by 1 point. Super Bowl winners. Our first game.
Yeah. That's about as excited as I get into it.
Yeah. All you can do is watch about 3 games of them, and after that, you know how the season's gonna go.
Well, this year,
Jake, they came out strong, so you know they're gonna choke the rest of the season. It's like inevitable. McDonald's gives out free sandwiches.
What?
Yeah, if the Lions get an interception, you get a buy one, get one Whopper free or Big Mac. That's what it is, Big Mac.
We are so fat.
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna make the football players.
That's what I said.
Like, what the fuck do they care if the fans? We gotta get these folks some cheeseburgers, fellas.
Right? Let's feed them the most unhealthy food ever and promote it as the NFL advertisement, you know? How is that promoting athleticism? Yeah, after my game, I like to eat a Big Mac.
What's on Sunny when I don't think that's what's his
Yeah.
Donovan McNabb.
Yeah.
I like to start my day off with a breakfast from McDonald's. Gives me the strength to whatever.
Oh yeah, I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. Let me give him a check. Big tits. Some like dark ass industrial music for background music in this bitch.
What's your contracts?
Hey, okay, you beat the campaign, right?
Yeah.
So you know about that guy from Shadow Company that
Graves?
betrays you? Great, yeah. You know he's alive, right?
Yeah, I watched the thing.
Okay, so that's the one mission selection is the Shadow Company missions. And this seems like it's pretty much just all killing people. Okay, equip a disguise. There's disguises. Do that. Buy an item at the scavenger buy station while wearing the disguise. That sounds gay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's gay.
Put on your costume and go shopping. Acquire the key to the MRAP by finding it or purchasing it. Unlock and secure the MRAP. What the fuck is the MRAP?
You remember that '70s show?
Oh yeah.
Hyde.
Yeah, Danny Masterson, McMasterson, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, yeah.
30 years,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, how's it sentenced to 30 years to life?
Yeah.
So that means he can appeal, and I think it was 25 years, 21 years, 25 years. He can try to get out.
That's crazy.
But did you hear about like what he did to these people? What he was doing to them?
No.
He was apparently the two women he roofied and then aggressively raped them.
What do you mean, like?
Like if they said no, like he just said yes. And just didn't
How
stop.
did they prove it all? That's the thing, because I thought, like, to give someone
Apparently
30
one of his ex-girlfriends came to it and said, yeah, one time I woke up and he was on top of me having sex with me and I said stop and he didn't. So it's basically a bunch of just she said.
It's all hearsay? There's no...
Yeah,
kind of
there's
physical
no
evidence?
proof. There is no evidence.
30 years on hearsay. That seems impossible. Because this...
Yeah,
like,
well...
It's,
It was already thrown out once as a mistrial. So I thought once you've been tried for one thing, you can't be tried again.
no, not with
For
a mistrial.
for one crime.
The mistrial means they're going to try you. Well, it's up to the prosecutor.
Oh, not a mistrial. I'm sorry. That's a dismissal.
If it's dismissed...
Cases.
I don't know if it's dismissed.
My shit was dismissed and it never came back up.
Well, yeah, if it's dismissed, the DA is not going to waste his time bringing it in front of the judge again, just for the judge. Why the fuck are you bringing this in front of me again?
I said it was
Unless they have-
dismissed.
unless they
Well,
have
the
the
judge
evidence.
says it's dismissed. Dismissed. Well, yeah, mine was dismissed because the only evidence they had was Holly, and she didn't come. So without
Right.
witness, they had nothing. Just like, well, I guess then they had two witnesses, women.
That's the Old Testament rule.
Jesus Christ. That's why people go out shooting people. That's our law system.
Well, that, I mean, like to try someone for murder back in ancient times, it had to have been witnessed by two people to have the death penalty enacted on that person. They could still put them in prison, but to kill them, there had to be two witnesses always. It's like
The fact that that man is getting that, but pedophiles get less.
that's 30. I was so shocked. 30. Like,
I
assume
know.
they had some like a video or something. Like, what they might have is how he got these drugs. What do you
I
about
don't
these
think
drugs?
so. The first was a mistrial because the jury was split, half agreed and half disagreed.
Oh, it was a hung jury.
Yeah, what I think it was is just, well, because you know he's part of Scientology,
Yeah, I forgot
and
about that
apparently
aspect of
the
it.
church told the women that apparently they can't. Apparently they went to them and said, told them what happened, and they said, "Oh, there's nothing to be worried about. Just do your penance. There's no crime done." And then, so that all came to light, and then the Scientology church came and said, "No, we have never said don't tell the police about sexual assault or any of that stuff." So I feel like if anybody is in trouble, if this did happen, it would be the Scientology church being more in trouble than that guy. Because the church was the one telling everybody it was okay. You know what I mean? So this religion was perversing everybody's point of view, women and man, because it took them 20 years to come forward.
You believe in a sci-fi writer from the 50s.
That's why I think a lot of famous people are a part of it, because they're covered under certain religious rights. You know what I mean? To do fucked up shit. And the Scientology's like cult, like just like South Park portrays them. You know what I mean? It really is a cult.
Scientology is like a tier-based system where you're always trying to learn the secret knowledge. There's always more secret knowledge to learn.
Yeah.
About shit. And it's a scam. You have to pay for these classes.
It's literally like Cult 101.
Yeah. They don't even really hide it.
No. They're like the first open cult that got religious
status. Yeah.
Yeah.
They literally believe in aliens.
Without South Park, I would not know so much about the world. You know what I mean? They taught me about Mormons, Scientology, a lot of political things.
Mormons are. I've actually listened to a lot of stuff on them, and just what the fuck. They have this hymn. You know how like in church you read like the hymn books, or they sing the hymns. They have this
the hymns. Their book of things.
Where it's about it's called something. It's called like Our Sweet God of Kolob, because Kolob is the home planet of God, where he was born, where he lived a perfect life, and then got to marry a woman in heaven and make babies, and that's all of us. Kolob.
Kind of like Krypton.
Every time I hear it, it makes me think of when Cartman says "me crap."
Me crap.
I can't even remember what it's about. Yeah, man, it's that Joseph Smith character. You know those gold.
Real asshole.
Well, no, they like the
Total
church,
bullshit.
The Church of Mormon. They have the dimensions and everything that the book actually was. And someone did the math once. That they were like, okay, if this book was made of solid gold and it was these dimensions, that means it weighed 250 pounds. And the Book of Mormon talks about Joseph Smith finding it and like hopping over fences and racing home and shit for like 9 miles because he found it on the
Yeah, but they left out that he was 7'4" and 300 pounds and nothing but muscle.
I didn't know that Joseph Smith wrote himself into the Book of Genesis. He literally ended the Book of Genesis with like, and then this guy Joseph will come and find a New Testament or whatever. It's just like, whoa, dude. It's just the very gullible people in the Old West.
Jake, no different than the super gullible people in the fucking East that believed in the Bible. It was just some dickhead that was like, hey, I bet I can make a buck off this just like those Catholic cunts.
There's like documented proof of him being investigated for fraud, being a known con man.
Yeah. I'm not saying there isn't anything else. It just, I don't think if there was that they would trust man to write it down, because we're evil, greedy, selfish motherfuckers.
Here's the only thing I think about with Joseph Smith. The dude literally was killed for it.
The dude was hung.
The mob literally killed him drug, like he was in jail and they couldn't wait for him to be tried, and he was killed by a mob. They drug him out of the jail and killed him.
Just like Jesus Christ.
But he didn't say, it doesn't say he was visited by an angel. It said he was visited by a being from a different planet named Moroni. So it's like, it almost sounds like an alien visitation.
Maybe that is really what it is. It's just
Yeah, it never uses the word angel, ever. It never says messenger of God, anything like that. It says, it's literally about, that's where it gets the whole planet of Kolob and shit. But,
good God.
I know. I know.
All that, as far as the God and Bible and everything goes, all I can say is like the basis of it is meant as just like a good way to live your life. Like that's like, if it comes down to it, like they were just trying to set a standard in a dark time for people to just not be so evil and kill and murder and do dark shit. God only knows what they were doing during the Dark Ages. But they needed something to bring them out, so they created this religion.
Well, you know
God,
that,
you know, the light. You know, see the light come out of the darkness.
You know that statue in the Bohemian Grove that Alex Jones like snuck in the scene where they worship that thing,
No.
Moloch?
I don't talk about that.
Well, that's
much.
apparently what all these like elites like drink the adrenochrome and shit. They worship Moloch. Moloch is something that ancient people used to worship and like sacrifice kids to. It's like in the Old Testament. It talks about this. It's one of the commandments after the 10 Commandments is don't kill kids and worship them to Moloch. So now like that's part of the modern day thing. Is that, but they think now they're drinking their blood for adrenochrome. And then
Yeah, but again, think about it. That could have been something they were doing in the Dark Ages. They were trying to put an end to because it was doing something evil. You know what I mean?
Right.
This could have all still just been written by man, but as just a simple guide of what not to do as an evil way of life. Like, you shouldn't rape people or kill people or drink adrenochrome. Have ritualistic killings and
Drink adrenochrome.
you know, just dark, man. And then, you know, it just spirals out from there because men are greedy, and then, you know, I'm sure it, you know, it started out as a good thing. And it is a good thing. It really is, you know, it brings people together and community and all that horse shit.
I like it.
Yeah, people get off on it. And there's nothing wrong with that.
My favorite comedian that Dan Cummins that does Time Suck. He just put out a new special free on YouTube. He self-produced it. Sick of Pandora won't play his shit anymore because people own his stuff. So he's like, fuck it, I'm doing it myself now. But with the things that I believe, he's not a Christian by any means, and he is not he's not what I would say conservative, but he's definitely not left either. Like he talks about it.
He's got his own thoughts.
Right. And I sent it to Dad. I was like, I almost shut this off a couple times, but I'm glad I didn't, because the punchlines were so fucking worth it. But he talks about that all the time in his podcast. You know, he has Christian fans, even though he rips on them hard.
Oh yeah, but they're the easiest audience to rip on.
Well, he has this joke in it where he's like, in the book of Matthew, it says, if your hand causes you to sin, cut it off and cast it away. He's like, I look out in this crowd, I can tell every man in here needs to cut their fucking hand off right now. It's funny.
No, I get it. Because we all be our meat.
You know,
I'm guessing that's why, right?
It's an interpretive message.
Well, that's what he was going for, right? Jacking off.
Well, no, the verse is, if your eye causes you to sin, pluck it out. If your hand causes you to sin, cut it off. And you're saying with your foot. It's more of like a...
Well, yeah, your eye, you look at a woman the wrong way, you need to pop it out. You touch your dick.
Right, and then the extremeness to it. They don't
Foot
actually
stuff.
pluck your eye out. It's like, you know, you need to take the, don't actually do that. Put the severity
Think about it.
behind your logo. I don't know. Watch it though. It's
Cayenne
called,
pepper
the
will do.
special is called Trying to Get Better or something like that. It's really good. He calls Biden a, the fuck is it? Oh, he's talking about if people have to pass this test to have the right to vote. You can't pass this test, you should be able to vote. So you can just match the name to a picture of the candidate. You know? He's like,
Right.
like a 117
Simple as that.
117-year-old walking corpse. See the picture of Joe Biden. You can't remember what he said about Trump, but it was funny.
I can't wait to vote.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
finally registered.
It's you vote for Trump.
Well, if he's running, for sure. But I haven't been able to vote yet. I've never voted. So this is my first time.
Yeah.
Well, last year I registered, man. I fucking registered. And they didn't acknowledge it. Never got my paper form.
You know, if he doesn't win,
Who, Trump?
yeah, man, everyone
He won't.
everyone I know, there's flags out on the lake, flags, fucking Trump flags. You see one Biden flag anywhere? I've never seen a Biden. What's his colors?
Actually, it's hard to say because the economy is in complete dog shit. Like literally, like America's in the toilet. So it's like you might as well give it to Trump guys. If you know the economy's in the shit, why not give it to somebody you don't really give a fuck about? Instead of trying to make Biden pull everybody out, which he's not going to be able to do. Give Trump 4 more years and then put yourself somebody in office that going to be a terrible person.
It's Obama running the show right
Oh, they want Michelle Obama to run.
now. Yeah. That's why I keep telling Lindsay that it's going to be what they're going to do pretty soon here at the end of the year.
I mean, Biden and Obama.
Biden is going to be forced to resign with some kind of public health event will occur where
He's too old.
Yeah, he'll collapse on stage. He'll have to resign. Kamala will take over for the time being. She's vice president. And then
It won't work.
When they announce Michelle Obama as the Democratic nominee,
It won't work.
Kamala Harris. It's been explained. You know, that way it'll be a black woman of power handing power over to a black woman in power handing that power over to another black woman.
Yeah, but people are already going to be so pissed that a black woman's in president that if she doesn't get shot beforehand, that they'll both be shot.
That's why they
Together.
pushing the whole woman thing and racism and just. if you
I'm
don't vote for
amazed
her, you're a sexist, bigot,
Obama
racist.
didn't get shot. I am a racist, bigot,
No, I feel
sexist.
like when Obama ran, America was proud to finally be able to like come together and
Yeah.
elect.
No, there was a definite vibe in the air.
Yeah, we were proud to like vote for a black guy. There was no racism. Like
They weren't trying to put shame onto us. There was nothing like that. We wanted that person, like you said. You know, now it's try to make you feel guilty. You know what I mean? You owe us for reparations.
I don't feel guilty.
No, I don't. If anything, you should get back on your knees and fucking scrub my fucking floors. Well, the way they act is ridiculous, man. The fact that they want reparations for shit I or my great-grandfather may have never even fucking done. You lazy motherfuckers, get off your ass and get a job and start working, and then you figure out what it is to have money.
People, like, don't understand that money actually has to come from somewhere. It's not just
Right.
It just doesn't have an unlimited amount. I feel like I thought that for a long time too. Like even with businesses, it's like you got money. It's like no,
I feel ya.
That money has to come from somewhere.
I never thought about it either until I actually had a job that I worked at for a decent amount of time. Then it's like, man, my tax dollars. then you start realizing where your tax money goes.
I'll sit there and like ask James tons of questions on just how shit works. Really? They don't teach you any of that shit in high school.
It's shitty.
Yeah, he won't put tags on his truck.
What?
Yeah. On his personal truck, all the semis have tags.
Okay.
But
Well, anyways, he's in business, so like that's a business expense. It's a write-off. Like
well,
everything
it's-
for
it's
him is a
no,
write-off because
it's
he's an
no,
owner.
It's pure belief that he will not put it on there. He's like, they already tax everything I fucking own. He's like, I have to pay for registration. I have to fucking renew my license. Why the fuck do I have to keep putting tags on it? I'm not doing it. I'll pay the ticket. He does.
No, I mean, I do agree with that. You should get, when you purchase your vehicle, you should get your fucking tag. And if they run your tag and they pull you over and it doesn't say who you are, then you're in trouble. But
Right.
there's no reason you should have to.
there's
Or even
ways-
you should renew it, but like you shouldn't have to pay for it. You know what I mean? You should, like, just to renew it to say you own it maybe, but like, why do you have to pay?
The only time you should have to pay is if you're doing some kind of like, I know they get charged if they use like a debit card. That's why businesses sometimes make you spend over $5. There's like a $2 charge for them to use that service.
Even if it was just a flat rate of $10 charge every year for your renewal rate, just to cover the sticker fee, postal, and the debit card expense.
I got
Like-
the bill for mine, like my birthday's this month.
Yeah, it's expensive, wasn't it?
It's $155 for that little fucking sticker.
Yeah. Yeah, I think mine was 170 something this year. It's ridiculous.
It's a sticker.
Yeah. Well, when mine comes, it also comes for Chelsea's too. So I have 2 stickers to renew, and hers is so cheap. Hers is only like $75.
Because they do it by weight, don't they?
I think so. The bigger, the more expensive. But your insurance is cheaper. Yeah, like I'm sure your insurance is cheaper by the month because like hers is so shitty because if she hits anything, she's fucked. If our vehicles hit something, we're in better shape because we're 4-wheel drive. Cars, made better. They're not just 100% plastic.
Right.
I am leaving this lobby, dude. You won't hit play.
You were in my lobby.
I left it, and then I just rejoined it when you
gotta
sent me
check
an
these
invite.
missions out, man. You want to do the shadow
You did-
company or the black mouse?
I don't care. My contracts are make a contact, black mouse, hostile located, black mouse, and exfiltration, black mouse. I thought let's just like play some like Ahsoka Island or just do something random. What?
You taking your gun?
What?
You taking your gun?
Oh, I forgot that's a thing.
I'll give you a bunch of contraband. I'll take this Lockwood MK. Silencer.
No, I'm going in with the throwing knife.
I forgot about that. Yeah, throwing nice smoke.
Let me see how many guns I have in my backpack.
Oh. Okay. What's this? Wallet?
You know, I'm gonna throw one gun in. Because I have quite a few in my backpack. Grab the gayest gun I got.
What?
I'll grab the gayest gun I got.
Okay, you can.
Randy stole my paddles.
I'm sure he just borrowed them.
No, he won't bring them back.
Randy stole my pads.
I threw them up in the rafters just to keep them flat.
Yeah.
And they were pulled down once, just left on the side, so I threw them back up there. And the other day I noticed they were gone. I was like, hey, I have some paddles up there. Have you seen them? He's like, yeah, you know, I didn't know who those were, and I was short a couple paddles, so I took them on a scout trip. I think they're in my garage. It's like, well, those are mine. I don't care if you use them, but can you put them back, please? I thought I should have put my name on them. I didn't think about it. I didn't think anyone would take them. They were in the goddamn roof of our cold storage building. Pissed me off.
People will take them.
Nice guy.
Sound the horn. Your hunt's over.
No.
Did you hear the...
Licht the
oh,
warfare
he
to
died
me.
a long time ago. Chelsea just told me, though.
What?
The kid that played, Baby Grinch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died a year after that movie came out.
Well, thanks for that.
He was 20 years old when he died, though. He had some rare disease that, like, he was a midget, but his face never aged from, like, a baby face. Like, he was never supposed to live past infancy, but he lived to be 20. But apparently the role of the Baby Grinch, all the makeup and all that shit, took such a roll on him that it killed him. Shortly after.
Shortly after.
That's apparently... Well, she was reading a thing that apparently he was in a TV show, and the day he died, the episode of his character in that show died. You know what I mean?
Why would they be writing his characters off if they know this fucker's gonna die any day?
Probably because they knew he was going to pass away, and they just didn't think they coincidentally would coincide the same day.
Look, guys, we got a rare opportunity here. we can make television gold.
That's where, like, Danny DeVito, like, I even sent Rob McElhenney a thing years ago saying, you need to end the show with Frank's death. One season of, like, him leaving you guys, like, a thing and you blow it all, or just, you know what I mean? Like, end the show. But end it with Frank's death. You know what I mean? Because, like, that kind of is what started the show, and that's what's going to end the show. If it's not just its poor humor.
Yeah.
Did you watch the last season?
No.
No. I watched a couple episodes.
Is that the Charlie season?
Charlie season.
Or written by Charlie?
I don't know. I honestly can't even remember. The episodes, the seasons are only, I think, 6 to 8 episodes long. But, oh yeah, the McBoyles are back.
Really?
Yeah, the OG McBoyle is back. Liam?
Yeah.
Yes, I cannot remember what the fuck he's doing. But yeah, he's back. And that's how I was like, alright. That's what made me download that season. It was just the fact that the McBoyles are back. God, I can't think of what the fuck they were doing.
Such a weird cast of, like, characters to write.
I know. They made the show, though, almost, because they were so fucking freaky.
Start breaking bricks, wet nips.
Right, and he was the best one. He was outspoken, and
Yeah.
that's why his career kind of...
Yo, call her! Oh my god.
fucking, God. You know Dave Bautista? Remember a while ago, he had that movie coming out with M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah.
Well, he, like, went out and said that he's done with Marvel and that those movies are for, you know, simple actors, and he's moving on to bigger, better things because he had that role. Well, that movie did, like, dog shit, and I read this thing that was like, he boasted way too soon because now, like, the industry wants nothing to do with him, and he's out of Marvel, and just, like, his career's on just, like, the plummet. And I don't know why he did that either, because, like, dude, you look like a monster. Your head is so small.
Right, he had a good sense of humor, too, as, what's his name?
Yeah, Drax.
Yeah.
And even a couple of the roles after that, he had Knives Out, The Glass Onion thing? I didn't mind him in that.
I mean, I wouldn't say Marvel's for so-so actors, because the ones that, like...
Well, now it is.
Wait, but they started with stars. Robert Downey Jr.
No, they took... That's what Robert Downey Jr. actually, they got him super cheap because he was a, at the time, he was a uninsurable actor because of his drug use. They rolled the dice on him, and they won. Big. Yeah, and that was before Disney bought the rights to it.
Well, they
to where
also got
that's
Jeff
still
Bridges.
technically the Marvel. Yeah, that movie was before Disney bought it. They did the Incredible Hulk and they did Iron Man, and then Disney bought it, and then they picked up and they did Captain America and all the other ones. But that's why the first
Disney
one's
did
so
Captain
awesome.
America?
Yeah, Disney did everything after the first Iron Man and the Hulk.
Jeez.
Yep. They seen the potential, you know,
They do ruin
of what they were building. Well, that's what they're trying to repeat the same thing with Star Wars, trying to build that connected universe, and it's not working because they suck. Oh, I have to ready up. I thought I was ready this whole time. Why do you say something, man?
Just enjoying the time, man.
I'm sitting here staring at it like, man, what is he doing?
Bombell.
But yeah, you have to watch Ahsoka.
You said it sucks.
Just to... It's terrible. I can't even watch it. Because just to talk about it with somebody, you know what I mean? Like, that might be part of the reason, too. It's like, I don't have anybody to talk shit to about this show. One, like, Hera as a alien, like, she was a, like, I don't know, like, they made her, I don't know. She was kind of like a sexier alien in the cartoons, I would say, as weird as that sounds. And they made her like a, I don't know, like a fat-faced, like, I don't know, like, just doesn't, she does not portray the character very well. At all. Like, at all. Hate it. She's a bad actress. Like, the robot's name's Chopper, but they'll call him Chop.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you could tell, like, just like the way that it's written. Like, she just kept calling him Chop. Like, you can't throw in Chopper. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, stop saying Chop. You sound like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
They're just dialogue so bad. And the story's not good either, though. That's the other part. It's like, you gotta have one or the other. Good story or a good dialogue.
Welcome to the DMZ. Explore, secure intel, and loot to gain access to new missions.
That's where
Enemy
George
threat is
Lucas,
high, so expect
he always
contact.
had a good story. He just had terrible dialogue.
Yeah. Obi-Wan got stuck, I think, with the worst lines. He only remembered his best, but...
Well,
Ultra One
the
enemy
one
threat
thing
appears
that
low in this area.
they said that George Lucas was just, he just wanted to convey the message in the simplest way possible.
Shit, there's a guy up on the street up there.
But now, that's why the prequels are renowned as a better fucking series than...
That's because usually just probably sold it. He's like, you try it.
I know, like, he was like, thank you. Now they like my fucking prequels.
Ultra One, intel located enemy supply
See this
sites
motherfucker,
nearby.
let me get him.
We need you to destroy them. Coordinates are on your TAC map.
Got him. Got one.
Moving here.
They're coming over here.
They're not in the map yet?
Who, us?
No, I'm trying to find a contract for him to paint.
bad guys over there.
Charge is set. Secure the perimeter or proceed to the next target.
Did you watch Indiana Jones yet? No. I heard the first 15 minutes are pretty good.
Set a charge on the supplies and destroy them.
The flashback.
Yeah.
So it's like it's got like that OG vibe of like the 40s and the Nazis and all that shit. But you know what they did with him as an adult, right?
Who?
Indiana Jones.
Maybe as an adult.
Yeah, like who he is as like a grown person in this story, I guess. He's an
Target
alcoholic
destroyed. 1 to go.
and he's miserable with life and he hates everybody.
Are you shitting me?
Well, we were playing Lord of Rancor. He was par with our name. But have you downloaded the Lord of the Rings game yet, man? For your phone?
Ultra One, sending medical request to nearby operators.
You've been getting shards for your characters? Dude, set alarms every day.
Ultra One, you
I
can
didn't like
locate
that.
cash reward contracts on your TAC map.
Did not enjoy that. I won't be doing that again.
What?
DMZ.
Yeah, that was the best.
I didn't like it. I wonder if Big Face is online. Nope. Yeah, fucking Chelsea's Brothers at 1,110.
Jeez.
Yeah, Prestige 20, and in ranked play, he's ranked 2, Bronze 1. I created a monster. Literally, I got him into this because I was trying to get him to play with us. That's as soon as he started playing this game again. Now he's a cold-blooded killer. I mean, he played it in the past, but he was not into Warzone.
Oh, he's playing ranked Warzone.
Yeah. Yeah, he plays the free shit.
Yeah, that dude just grinds, man. He doesn't even stop.
I know. Well, he's got a group of people he grinds with. Chelsea's cousin, which I can't. If he's playing with him, I usually can't play because he's such a fucking just a dickhead. And then some gay guy. That's when I hopped on with him the first time in forever. The last time we played, right before that, he called the guy a fag or something, and the guy got off.
Oh, he's actually gay.
Yeah. Well, they didn't know that though, but they're like, "Oh, I'm thinking he's gay," because as soon as you called him a fag, he got off.
Kill confirmed.
Watch your fire!
Secure their target.
26.
Contact!
What's he playing?